Hi everyone, thank you for joining us today. In this video we're going to be reacting to another music from Ren. This one's titled Money Game Part 3. I was looking for Part 2, I couldn't find it. The one I found was actually quite short, so do bear with me. I am gonna bring that up, but I just saw this one and I thought, let's check it out. All right, I think this would be our 6th, 7th reaction to Ren stuff now, and with everyone I've reacted to, there is always a story and an intriguing and captivating story of Ren himself, which is one of the things that really kind of draws me in. All right, and I'm sure that's what draws you guys in as well. Without any further ado, people, let's go and check this out. Let's go. His talent on the ball, on the keyboard, is just next level. So it's two of them in this one. It says Samuel and Ren. It is.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. 1 year old and his first words were mine, mine, gimme. 2 years old he was walking, 3 years old walking quickly. 4 years old he was running round the pavements of his city. 5 years old and his daddy told him, listen here son, you gotta learn to be a man. A man, he works for what he wants. 6 years old and he's reading, writing, top of the bunch. And when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1. 8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends. 14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17, and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18 and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares, invest in product. 20, double down deposits. 21, his income rockets. 22, he learns that truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. 23, a life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24, he makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. 25, and his daddy tells him, listen here son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26, a business shift, he switches business to arms. He's 27, dealing nuclear and shells in Iran. 28, inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a roll of
Oh my days. His storytelling technique is just on another level, isn't it? You just, he's mastered the act of telling you stuff and getting you to listen.
shift, he switches business to arms. He's 27, dealing nuclear and shells in Iran. 28, inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a role of counsel in the president's suite. Now he's 30, his daddy says you're losing the race. You're just a servant to the king, not even in second place. 31, a big maneuver for his daddy's approval, moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32, moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 33, filling warehouses with powder and guns. 34, turf war with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket.
Constant chasing, isn't it? Constantly chasing the next level, the next step. Where does it end?
Turf war with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket. "35, he gets the call. I'm sorry, son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack. I'm sorry, he's gone. 36, getting pissed off, abusing his product. 37, eyes glazed, disposition demonic. 38, with a prostitute, a moment of passion, heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39, getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet buried in his vertebra and one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again. Fuck.
After all of that, damn.
Fuck. Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. He was 40 and he cursed the words, mine, mine, gimme. 41, he wasn't walking. 42, not walking quickly. 43, never running round the pavements of his city. 44, inside a palace with a mountain of gold. But those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me. And it's a version of him, and it's a version of she, and it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck for money and fame. Call the music. This isn't entertainment. This is real life. The way we live is lunacy. Community, it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide. Truth is less important than the money that we designed. Money's an invention. Politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention. Law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution?
You're so drawn in, even something as simple as taking your clothes off. It's got to mean something with Ren that you need to understand what that means.
Solution?
Not literally clothes off, just take a chair.
Everything is subject to change. We could build utopias if individuals were taught to use their brains. But if we teach kids in schools to always be sheep and put themselves before the herd, if there's more money for me, then there's no future I see where the humans survive. We're parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds. Mold will grow upon the surface, then consumes till it dies. And our fate could be the same without this story to the wise. "45. Jimmy comes home out of the rain, soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything he wants, he is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate. With a 45 caliber aimed at his brain. 45 a fitting number cause his age is the same. Here's the words of his father, it's such a damn shame. Then he presses on the trigger of a money game.
Wow. Okay. Okay. It ends it the way it began. Intriguing, captivating, insightful, thought provoking. This is why I love listening to Ren. I love listening to Ren because of his insight into the world around us. I love listening to Ren because of his insight into himself. Isn't it interesting that every single person chasing the, their version of wealth for any reason, when they get to that, the same sort of story comes out at the end, which is, I wish I had done A, B, C, D. The common thing that seems to be there is this idea of connectivity with human. I wish I had more of a connection. Nobody's saying doing well is a bad thing, but the idea of that being the only thing that you're after, that's where the danger comes in, if that's your only goal, because it is one that is full of a certain level of rejection to the world, because the same system that tells you what you should be chasing in order to feel you to get that sense of identity that you so that you solely aspire to. It's the same system that then turns around and crushes you. For example, when you make your first million, you're like, oh, yeah, oh well, it's only a million. And then that really pushes you to go, all right, let's get my first 10 million. And they're like, it's only 10. Can you see it? When is it enough? Because the thing that you thought was going to make you is then the same thing that's breaking you, leading you to continue. So the people at the top, 1%, are struggling with the same thing with the people at the bottom, which is being stuck in this rat race and not truly understanding what really makes you. I suppose this is where we have to kind of ensure that we understand who we are outside of all of these material things. Because whilst you've got that and it's okay to have that or not have it, understanding who you are helps you to fully overcome the challenges that life kind of throws at you. And at this point, I'm going to say my videos are always very long when I listen to Ren because he gets you thinking. To Ren and a few other guys. And this is why I've started a podcast, which comes out every Friday. It was launched on the 13th of October. The next episode's coming out on the 20th of October. Our first episode was titled Beneath the Surface, the Western Poverty Crisis. And the title of the podcast is The Curious Edge. We've opened a YouTube channel alongside with the podcast. So when any episode goes live, we also try and ensure that we link that up to the YouTube channel. So it's not me talking, but it's not me facing the camera talking, but we've just used sort of like videos and stuff like that. We're going to see how that goes. And if there are so many calls for me to face the video and talk, then I will consider that at that time. But it is my voice. You can find it on all major platforms, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and all of that. I'll leave the link in the description below. Let me know what you think about this song. And also, let me know if there are any other recommendations that you'd like me to react to. Until next time, people, you guys make sure you look after yourself. And you guys make sure you stay safe. It has been Kings. Peace. Bye for now.